Hi everyone, it's Amy Rich with amyrich.net. It is paper pumpkin time. I'm excited to share my alternate project with you because it is super unique and I like that sort of thing. So these are the little cracker boxes that are meant to be made with items from the kit. But as always, I like to change things up a little bit, especially when there's a 3D item that the project is designed for. I like to show how you can make cards with it as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And these are the products from the kit that I'm going to use. But I also wanted to show you a few things from the kit. We're using these also. These are a couple of those cracker boxes. There are 20 cracker boxes in this kit. So I'm using 2 of them to make our project today. But I want you to see how versatile this kit is. It's got all kinds of punch-out pieces, black cats and flowers and witches' hats and more flowers and white pieces that you can design however you want. Little labels, little curlicues, all kinds of fun things in the kit that you can use. These beautiful filigree backgrounds and pumpkins. I mean, it's a great kit because you can decide what holiday you want to use it for, and that's really cool. So I'm going to take this out of the way and I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer so that I can cut pieces of this off. So these cracker boxes have these little diamonds that punch out, and you can kind of see how it bends and folds and goes together. Lots of score lines on that paper, and you can see you can use either side. So it's got a pumpkin pie stripe side and a Cajun craze gingham side, and that's the side I'm going to use for my project today. So I'm going to put the cracker box into my trimmer, and I'm going to line up this scored line right here with the cutting groove in my trimmer. So then I'm going to cut this piece off on both sides and then do it with the other piece as well, the other cracker box. Then we're going to trim these down even more. We're going to take this and trim it at 4 inches. And then turn it the other way and trim it at 1 3/4 inches. So then these pieces are left over that you can use for some other project. And again, we're going to do it a second time with this piece. Now we're going to bring in some other cardstock that I cut for this project. I cut some Whisper White. I cut 2 pieces that are 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. That way, those are going to layer right with this beautiful gingham. So if we put this right on here, you see there's just a teeny tiny little white border around it. So we'll put that on both of them. Then we'll take, you see I've got a couple, a white and a Cajun piece that are a little bit bigger, so I'm going to set those aside. But I'm going to take this Cajun piece, which is cut 2 by 4 1/4, and that is just 1/8 of an inch bigger yet, so that we've got this really nice little border of Cajun craze around the whole thing. So you can see how we're layering those pieces together. Then we're going to take this card base, and this is cut 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and it's scored 2 inches from one end. So you can see that now that flap folds down. We're going to use our bone folder and get that creased really well. And then we have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to adhere that to the inside of our card like this. Then we're going to take this other piece that doesn't have the Cajun Craze border around it yet. And this is going to go on the flap. Super cute. All right, so now we've got these pieces and we're going to set those aside. Let's pull these in now. We are going to adhere this 2 by 4 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White. Remember, these are not in the kit. These are pieces that I added separately. And then that will go on to a piece of 2 1/4 by 4 1/2 Cajun Craze. Now we're going to take this black baker's twine that comes in the kit. And we're going to leave a nice longish tail over here. And we're going to wrap this around here 3 times. Trim that off. And then we're going to tie this in a bow. So we'll keep that nice and tight. And we're going to keep the bow over here on the left-hand side of this piece. So it's way over here on the edge. Okay. Then we're going to take our little black lattice. And my favorite adhesive to use on something like this is our retired 2-way glue pen. I am still holding out hope that that 2-way glue pen is going to come back. We shall see. So that's going to go with a little border on top and then a little bit larger borders on the side. All right. Then I'm going to just cinch my black twine up over that just a little bit. Then I'm going to pull in my silicone mat and a bunch of leaves. Ooh, we're going to have fun with these little leaves. All right, so we're going to be building a little leaf pile onto this piece of cardstock. So we're going to start with one of these leaves, and we're just going to layer that down below the baker's twine a little bit. Then we're going to go to the other side and take one of these green ones, and we're going to layer that a little bit lower yet. And it's okay if it goes off the edge a little bit. That's just fine. And then we're just going to keep adding leaves to make this pile. And then when we're done with that leaf pile, look at how cute that is. We are going to take our pumpkins and 3 dimensionals, which actually do come in the kit. We're going to pop this couple of pumpkins up here over our leaf pile. Like, oh, we got to get that leaf pile filled in maybe a little bit more. I think we need a leaf. I'm going to move this one. I'm going to move that leaf from there to there. There we go. Then I'll trim those ends down. We're going to flip that over and take 4 more dimensionals. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And then we'll bring those other pieces back in. So we're going to take those 2 pieces off the top and we're going to adhere them to the left-hand side of our card, just to that top flap so that it opens like this. Okay. Then we're going to remove these 2 pieces. And then we're going to take this one and line it up with the card. So it's got to line up on 3 sides, and then I'm going to close the flap. Oh, I shifted. I'm going to close the flap and adhere those dimensionals so that now our card opens like that. Fun, fun. And the last little bit is taking the Give Thanks stamp from this awesome stamp set and the little Cajun Craze Stampin' Spot. And we're going to ink up Give Thanks and stamp that right in this little window so that when we open it, the Give Thanks still shows here so that you can write your little message. Isn't that fun? Thanks for watching. I hope you have fun making some cards like this, whether it be with your paper pumpkin pieces or with some other products. Hope you have fun. Feel free to share your samples of this fun card on my Facebook page. Thanks for joining me.